Hello and welcome to NoMansSky, everybody. ElanPaul here with your weekend anomaly mission, weekend of January 9th through the 11th of 2026. Thank you very much for being here, folks. We're going to go ahead and get started here. I'm actually using my main save, not the Voyagers playthrough save, because I got things going on in there that I need to kind of stay out of while I'm doing recordings on it, so we're just going to do it from here today. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get started. So first thing we want to do, obviously, we're going to pull in the anomaly. Now this should be a rather quick mission. I do have it on good authority, that being Captain Steve, that it's just a gathering mission. So basically gathering stuff for Polo. And usually if you have a save that is this old and you've got gobs and gobs and gobs of materials already in your storage and in your containers and in your ship, your person, etc. Likely everything that they want you to pick up, you're already going to have a good quantity of anyway. So the only thing we have to do is pop into the system and probably land on the planet, and we'll be done. So we shall see. Alright, so let's go ahead and get out of the pancake killer here and get started. There we go. Alright. So there's the mission ready to go. Let's check it. Yep, it says to collect. It's saying 728 Fecium, but it will change, I almost guarantee you. So let's see, the rewards. I'm getting a circuit board out of this, as well as some nanites, as well as the, obviously, the quicksilver. So let's go ahead and start the mission. Alright, off we go. I'm going to do it from a Corvette today. I do like this Corvette. I like the fact that it is just flat on the deck. A bit of a speed bump to get in, and that's about it. And it's taking me to whatever system is required to get this done. And here we are. Alright, let's see where we're going. And like I said, let's see what it's asking us to do too. We're going to find that out here shortly. Ah, yeah, look at that. And it's activated Indium. I told you it was going to change. I don't know what it is about mine, and I knew that's the same thing that Captain Steve had to get. He had to get activated Indium. So how's my activated Indium, by the way? Let's check. I don't think I have any on this ship. So that would be on one of my other ships. So as long as it doesn't detect any in my freighter, we may actually have to do this mission. So that's going to be pretty cool. Because a lot of my Corvettes, they don't have the stock that I usually keep on all my ships. I usually keep each of the metals on there. So the emerald, the activated, probably the indium, the copper, and the I'm missing one. It's red. Cadmium. All four of those and their activated versions, as well as cobalt and ionized cobalt, and I think that's about it. So, okay, so we're at the planet. Okay, so it still wants me to gather it. So let's take a quick look around. We should have an activated indium deposit very close by. There we go. Okay, I always like to get out this way. Whee! We're going to Superman our way over until we get low enough that it says, okay, you can do it the regular way, Paul. Ah, real deposit. Okay. And it's a hot planet, so make sure you bring your special protection for that. You're going to need heat protection like this one here, Coolant Network, to make sure you get things done. So I'm going to pull this out here. Get on the smallest setting so we can pick up the most. Our inventory's full. Go freaking figure. Wow, yeah, look at all the garbage I've got in here right now, man. Alright, let's move a couple things over. There, we'll put that in the freighter. We don't need more than 1 or 2 slots open. Okay, there we go. So we need 978. So we'll gather it up. Now, if you put it on the smallest setting, you will pick up the most amount. If you put it on a medium setting, you will not get anywhere near as much, but you'll clear out the deposit faster. Put it on a large setting, you'll clear out this deposit real quick, but you're going to get nowhere near the amount you could get if you did it this way. So just keep it on the smallest setting. And it's obviously keeping track of it at the bottom right corner for now. I may have to make it keep popping that up every now and then. So I like to go like around the edges real quick and actually see how deep the deposit goes. Since it's activated, that means this planet is got extreme storms. And you can see it says extreme, but we're not in a storm right now. I spoke too soon. So we're at 233 degrees Fahrenheit on this planet. That is really hot. Let's see how hot this planet gets. I'm very curious. Okay, so not the deepest deposit, so we're going to get hopefully about 600-700 out of this. We may have to look for another deposit. But as long as you have heat protection, you should be good. And you know, the funny part is, even though it gets hotter, your heat protection doesn't drop any quicker, so that's a good thing. I've got my cape in my face. That is absolutely hilarious. 500. Let's see how hot this gets. Better watch out for fire on the ground at this point. 607 degrees. Holy mackerel. That's a bit toasty. And as soon as my charge runs out on my shield, I'm very curious. Oh, it did it again. Oh, that's weird. Let me just make sure my... Yeah, multiplayer is disabled, so I don't know why it did that. The storm reset. Does that mean I have to reset? It's going to be deja vu now, and I start talking again. Yeah, 232 degrees. That's really hot, guys. Unbelievable. Alright, so how are we doing? We're at 600? Alright, so if you keep it on a small setting, heck, we might be able to get the whole 978. Not usually. You have to have a really good deposit to get that. But we'll see. We'll see. See, now the protection's falling. We're at the 606 degrees. You see my protection's falling fast. That's when it actually has an impact on you. So you could stand below the deposit and do it from underneath it or from a cave that you dig into the side. But, yeah. Let's go ahead and recharge my shield real quick so we don't have to worry about it as much. Alright, so we're at 750. I figure we get about 700 out of this, but it looks like we're going to clear 8, so that's kind of cool. We will have to get another deposit, though, I'm fairly certain. That's a ferrite rock, okay. There we go. Okay, we cleared 800. Alright, we got 800 out of that. Not bad. I think that'll do it, though. So we need another, what, 150? And this points us, as long as we're on the ground, it'll point us at the closest ones. 530, 400. 400 looks like a good spot. Okay, we can go there. Ooh, this place has storm crystals, guys. That's a good thing. So grab some storm crystals. Looks like they come in decent groups, unlike gas giants. Nice. Is there anything else I can get rid of out of my... I guess I already had storm crystals on my person. Yeah, there we go, right up there. Did it just reset again? I think it just reset again for the second time. Oh, the temperature dropped all the way down to 209. Gonna get a sweater or something, I guess. There we go, blue flower my way over here, and we need 150 more. So you know what we're gonna do to this? This is a good deposit, but I'm gonna go to the medium setting here. Just pick it up. Yeah, the storm reset a second time. That is something. So you see, I'm collecting it fast, but it's not gonna collect nearly as much, but I should reach the 978, I hope. Let's find out. Come on. Show me my 978. Yep, we got it. And there you go. We got it all. So I'll collect the rest of this just to get it out of the way, and we're done. Okay, there we go. Alright, so where is my ship at? There it is. So we know where to bring the Indium now. See if we have any more of those blue flowers. Yes, we do. And heat makes it a little more... Wow, my jetpack is not even showing up. Am I in creative mode? I think I'm in creative mode. Right. Nope, I wasn't. Alright, good deal. Because of the storm, we can go a little further with our jetpack. There we go. That was pretty good, man. And we're back to the ship. Alright, good deal. So we have 1,001. That's what we ended up with. Good deal. Let's head out. I did not want to sit in my seat up on top of my ship. I think I'm going to have to get rid of that chair. What do you think? Let's see. Yep, there it is, right there. Got a little star silk out of that. Alright, here we go. Where are we going? Going over this way. There it is. Alright, about a minute away. Good deal. Okay, let's just get up to the upper atmosphere. We can gain a little bit of speed.
Extreme night temperature detected.
Extreme night temperature. Oh, we got some fighters that want to play. Alright. I'll just melt them with this. There we go. My other ships came in and helped out. Okay. In case you're wondering what that was, that is my infra knife. There we go. Which is putting out right now somewhere in the neighborhood of about 35,000 damage. It's not the most powerful weapon in the arsenal right here. Things are a little bit kind of janked up in here just a little bit, but yeah. Actually, you know what? Everything got janked up a little bit. I just realized that. That's interesting. Supercharged slots right there for these guys. Good deal. Alright, that should bring it up a little bit. 42,000. Okay, good. Yeah, I've moved everything around on my ship, apparently. 40,000. Oh, really? Okay. How about that? So 40. That. See, it's interesting. You can move these around and it might give you different values. 42 again. Alright, so I guess we'll leave it there. Yep. Okay, good. I'll leave it there. Anyway, where were we? Going this way. So you will apparently get attacked if you do this. Now this is approximate location. It just means it's looking for a trading terminal to trade at. And there it is. Trading platform. So since we can't land there, we're going to hover over it. And that should be good. You could beam down, but it will beam you down not to a platform, even though I'm over it. It will beam down underneath the platform. Okay, there we go. That's odd. Is this system abandoned? Yeah, look at that. It's an abandoned system. That's interesting. Alright, good deal. Delivery lockbox prepared. Accessing. This must be Polo's secure lockbox. I should deposit the item and register my delivery. And see, it only takes 750. So you keep a little bit. Now I'm going to keep 256. And there we go. We're all done. Excellent. And it looks like my beam up unit is down there underneath the platform, like I said. There we go. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and end this one by heading back up to the Anomaly. There we go. Anomaly is here. And we just got to finish it out now and we're all set. Now one thing I am going to do is I'm going to ask you to return me to the system I was in because I would like to go back there instead rather than staying in the system I'm in. the system I was at before I came to the Anomaly, before I came to this system. Anyway, you know what I mean. No big deal. Okay. And there we go. Splat. Like a pancake. Love it. Alrighty, and don't forget, we only got a few days left at the recording of this. We only have a few days left of the breach redux. So get it done while you can, guys. There we go. Complete the mission. You can return home. You change your exit setting to stay in the mission system. It's up to you. I'm going to choose to return home. There we go. And all done. So checking the Anomaly, checking the Quicksilver vendor. It looks like not quite done with number 1 yet. We got 4 items in here, so it looks like it's at a higher percentage here. Let's check. And sure enough, tier 1 is at 85%. So we get a lot of, we're getting 4 different types of items that we can get as far as cosmetic items for our bases and stuff like that. Now, if we were having an update coming out soon, I would expect this to be increasing quicker, and it doesn't seem to be. So I think we're a couple of weeks away at least from getting to a new update for NoMansSky. So we'll just keep an eye open for that, and I'm going to go ahead and grab that while I'm here. And just keep an eye open for that. That's usually another way to tell when you're going to have an update coming out soon. And this terminal will take you into the Redux for breach, so make sure you get that done. So I'm going to go ahead and take my person back to my ship, to the Pancake Killer, and we're going to head back out. Now, one thing you want to do, it does auto save, but as a precaution, get in your ship, get back out of your seat, and get a restore point so you have one, and then go ahead back in. If you log out, you will stay in the system you're in. So usually a good idea to head out of the Anomaly and get back to the system you belong at, and that should take care of it. Alright guys, well I want to thank you for watching. This is Paul signing off right now. There we go, we're back to our original system. This is my home system for this character, so I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I want to thank you all for watching again. Please hit the subscribe and the like buttons. Really would appreciate it, guys. And we will see you again in the next episode. Thank you very much, and take care, everybody. Have a great weekend.